Get out of here. We will never wear this Ring of Evasion anymore. We can drop it. We can drop this Hat of Intelligence. I will drop my Boots of Rampaging for the time. And anything else I want to get rid of? Potions of Magic are pretty much useless for us, but I'll pretend like they have some function. Bum, 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 bum. Let's fly around and make merry. There we go. And we can go down. Okay. Teleportation. Rhyme Drake, dead. Oh, we're getting pushed around by elephants. Okay. Let's just go berserk. And watch as we rip the enemies apart. Oh, I got paralyzed from too much berserk. It happens. Okay. Wouldn't that be amazing? I'd totally check it out. You know, speaking of that, there is a mod for Dwarf Fortress called Stone Sense. And what it does is it lets you view the game in like an isometric view. It's not very good. You can't really play the game in it. But what's cool about it is it just lets you visualize like how your base looks that you've built in a pseudo 3D isometric view. And it would be fun to be able to do that in this game. Just like periodically to take a look at things in a view like that. Oh god. Alright. So we're going to walk back into this little hidey hole. And we're going to just fight. Yeah, it's fantastic. And actually, the graphics update for Dwarf Fortress that's going to be released on Steam at some point is supposed to do that permanently, which is let you see a sense of X, Y, and Z coordinates so you can perceive depth a bit better. Okay. Oh, those Komodo dragons still hit hard. Now, nice thing about a Hydra, I'm throwing some Cure Hour darts at the guy, by the way, is that short blades do not make more Hydra heads. So we can just go berserk right there and fight it with our short blade. I'm going to go up the steps, by the way. I don't want to fight that cane toad in our situation. And we don't have to worry about Hydra. So it's the kind of, you know, nice thing about short blades versus Hydra. I know, Delta B. It's going to be great. People have been waiting a long time, but I'm hoping that it's because they just want to get it right. Because it's such a great game. It just has one of the highest barrier to entries of any game. No, I feel you, Delta. I think that's a reasonable approach. Oh, God. I'm getting steamed up. Steam Dragon. Acid Dragon. Lots of dragons. Alright, where are you? Can I enslave you? Yeah. Let me try that again. You're on my side, buddy. Go get him. I'm just letting my own acid dragon whop him for a bit. Now this acid dragon is going to turn on me very soon. Right now, but it did so after it took a bunch of damage. So that's great. Hey, Adam Nash. What's up, my friend? Favorite class in Darkest Dungeon? That is a terrific question, Adam. So the way that I have to think about that question is kind of like, do I want to rate that on, you know, best class, most powerful class, or just favorite in terms of flavor? And I'll give you to a couple of ways. So in terms of like the most powerful class, I feel like Highwayman is insane. So much damage. I also think Bounty Hunter is pretty ridiculous. But as far as like my favorite, that might not be the best, but I just think are cool. I'll give you. I like the Occultist a lot. I like the spell package that they've got. I like the fun of the heal. I also enjoy the Antiquarian. Just makes so much money. Kind of a cool addition, but not really a main party thing. But the Jester, I'm more and more impressed with the Jester and the what is the girl who wears the hat? Is she the treasure hunter, or I can't remember what she is. But she's really cool too. The grave robber or something like that. She's really cool. I'm just like naming every class in the game because honestly, I think a lot of the classes are great. It's a great game. What about you, Adam? What's your favorite? Oh my god, I'm slowing down. Oh god. We have a big fire dragon on against us here. All right. Let's just go berserk. Rip this guy apart. Yep. I'm gonna look at my damage really fast. See, this is what I'm talking about. So we had a fire dragon on us, right? And what we did with our shield, which the shield skill is now up to 16 because I'm still leveling it, we blocked 1, 2 attacks, 3 attacks right here. And these are attacks from a fire dragon that we're just taking 0 damage from. Alright? We impaled him. We got him with lightning. He tries to get us but does no damage because our armor class is good. And then we impaled him and punctured him. And that was it. I mean, just fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to then just be satisfied for the time being with both my armor and my shield. And I'm going to start training some other things. You got that right, Delta B. Berserk is kind of like Taco Bell mode. The whole screen turns red, you know? All right. We're going to go back to fighting. We're going to turn off armor and turn off shields. Just like that. And I'm going to then turn on dodging for a bit. My evasion is already 10, which is tremendous, but let's see if we can get it any higher. And this is a really lackluster treasure haul for fighting all those things. But at least we cleared it. We got some scrolls. Hey, Magic Dumb Noob. What's up, my friend? Thanks for the subscription. Yeah, you know what, Adam? I agree 100%. Grave Robber and Jester are totally squishy. I just think if you can get them like the green capes and they can be really dodgy, then they can stay alive, but maybe not so good. You know, I played a lot of Warcraft 3, StarCraft 2 mainly, and I played Age of Empires. In terms of RTS games, I'm terrible at RTS, but I do enjoy them. Alright, I'm gonna look for the Orcish Mines. I got a bunch of money, but we haven't found it yet. So we gotta go back to the main dungeon to get there. So let's go back up to the main dungeon, and we'll go to floor 11. And we're gonna go down to floor 12. And get ourselves some shops. Now I gotta just quickly change my ring situation so I can see that. I thought it was an unseen horror. It just felt like that was the case, but it wasn't. Now, that was a two-headed ogre, by the way, which just was the one that killed a previous kobold that I have. And you can just see, here we go, here's the Orcish Mines, the insanity of what we've got. No problem, two-headed ogre. You're on my side now. You know what? I never did. I played a lot of tabletop games. I've watched people playing Warhammer, but I've never. I've actually even purchased some Space Marines and painted them just because I enjoy painting miniatures. In certain, I went through some phases where I did that when I had time, but I've never actually played the game, and I know that the monetary investment is ridiculous, but it's always seemed interesting to me. And it's a scroll of requirement, everybody. How's that? Pretty darn good. We'll check out this ring and these boots. Alright, so we're going to drop +1 boots. And we're going to drop this +6 ring of dexterity. And we're going to go ahead and read a scroll of requirement. Oh boy. Manual of Armor. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? I haven't done Delta B Fallout 1 or 2 on the channel, but I've beaten both Fallout 1 and 2 in my life. But long time ago. Like, I bought Fallout 2 new. What can you do with NetHack, Andrew? I should do one, though. That's a great idea. I'm going to pick up Manual of Armor. Buckler of Reflection is interesting. I love reflection on shields, but bucklers just are so bad at blocking. And a Manual of Armor is outrageous. So I'm going to get it. Right? And now look at this. Our skill went from -2 to +2 at armor. So I'm going to turn that on in a moment. Look, if you recall, I believe that it was like the cost of leveling it was like 24, and now it's 12. Yeah, Enon, I could see both sides of that as well. I used to play this board game. Have you guys ever played Axes and Allies? There's this, it's like a Milton Bradley board game, but it's pretty deep, and that was one of the early extended board games I got in when I was a kid, and it was so much fun. It was kind of like Risk, right? And it's just the same kind of thing where it just took forever, but was a lot of fun anyway. Oh, interesting, Enon. Cool. Alright, we're going to go Orcish Mines. Yeah, Delta. It does, doesn't it? A lot of fun, but, you know, can take forever. I could see, though, just getting, like, totally into Warhammer, where, like, I bought and painted and assembled every single miniature of mine, and just having fun with it that way. Yeah, exactly. A dedicated night, if not, like, a dedicated weekend or something. You know, one thing I thought was really cool, speaking of that, because, you know, D&D is like that, too. You can't just play D&D for, like, an hour. You have to play it. It's a full commitment type of thing. But one time I went to a cabin with my family, and there was, like, a guest log, and people were signing the guest log and just talking about, you know, how much fun they had at the cabin. And a group of people there were like, we came here for the weekend with our D&D campaign just to be at the cabin and then, you know, run our campaign. And they just basically played D&D like all weekend at the cabin. And I thought, wow, that's a really cool, you know, way to spend a weekend. Usually when I play D&D, we just do like, you know, sessions for a few hours and then meet up again in a few weeks or something like that. So you could do that with Warhammer, like set it up and then just, you know, play for the whole weekend or something crazy. Yeah, I'm with you, Neo. I mean, like, I think the lore is cool too. I've played some Warhammer PC games, you know, stuff in that universe, and it's really cool. But yeah, I just don't. The price tag is too high. Oh yeah, good call, Enon. I did get mutated, but luckily it's the best possible mutation I could get for this character. I'm a Berserker. You've been minus intelligenced. Thank you. Got lucky there, Enon. Okay, let's go Berserk. And they're all dead. Now, have we found any good plate yet, or what? No. Oh, alright. What kind of wands do I have? I don't have the best, but I can do this. Now, this is really, really loud, but funny. Alright, we're just shooting electricity at everyone. There we go. I know. Intelligence minus is just perfect. It's like, oh, okay, that's all you got? We got it. Alright. We're going to go box of beasts, and we're just going to fight. And they're going to deal with my beast. Alright, they do have a Orcish Knight in the mix now. So, let me just blast away. We tased him. We tased him so hard, Delta. And then look at this. So, our Sting Shock Beast has put 3 stacks of poison on the Knight. So sorry. He's extremely poisoned. He's dead in like 2 seconds. Bam. Whoa, cool. Man, the ability package of this Sting Shot Beast is amazing. Did you see that? So it blinked by turning into living lightning and then teleported or like blinked over to here, and then it was electrocuting everything in its path while it did that. What a cool thing to summon from my box of beasts. It is egregious. I'm going to go strength, and then I'm going to just look at this guy. What is this dude? Yeah, it has blink bolt. Transforms into a lightning bolt and translocates the caster to the bolt's destination. I know, 3 stacks of poison and blink bolt. Look at the range on this too. Man, now that's an ability I'd like to get on a player character somehow. Alright, let's look for some plate. Nope. Still nothing, but... Oh, have we found any gloves yet? Nope. What about... How are we doing on shields? Nope. Just mine. Oh, we got 2 more brand weapon scrolls, though. I didn't even see that. However, I really don't think that there's a brand that we would want other than what we have right here. I think electrocution is just fine. And this ogre still hitting us. Centaur's coming at us. Look at this. They've circled us. All right, here we go. And we're berserk. I think it's okay to just go berserk here because... Oops. Well, maybe not. Maybe I lied about that. We're going to do as much damage as we can, but we're going to need to teleport in about 2 seconds. Yeah, okay. Once they all get buffed from that night, it gets really, really scary. So what I'm going to do is teleport. And I'm going to go ahead and walk back. There we go. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, Orcish Mines. So that was one of those cases where I found a staircase. I thought that was all good. But it went up into a different section of the mines. And ouch. There we go. We're okay now. So let's get back on track. Let's not die. It's a good plan. Alright. And we're going to just walk around and explore. Okay, great. Longsword of Protection. Interesting. Not really. I don't want to be tanky. I'm here to be fast. The Fast and the Furious. Ow. Man, that guy with his arbalest is just brutal. Thing does some serious damage. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is where our shield skill is not quite there. Reflection would go a long way. Alright. Let's just take out this knight. That'll do it. Alright. So they're bringing in the reinforcements. And I'm just going to go berserk to finish the job more efficiently. Trog grants us a weapon. Okay. What'd you give us? I'm going to fall out of my berserk, so let me just go over here. And what do we get? A runed dagger. Well, that's a shame. It's probably like, you know, a anti-magic dagger or something that's not really that exciting. We need a quick blade or something like that. And here we are. Okay. Well, if anything, we found our first pair of gloves. So let me just put that on the shopping list. We will probably buy that. Unless we find a better pair. Oh, yes. This is what we're talking about. Amulet of Reflection all day. So this will give us +5 shield skill and will let us reflect. Our amulet right now is horrifying. So let me put that on the shopping list. But let's just check all of the stores. They have a magic helmet, but meh. And then nothing else that looks good. They have a pair of gloves too, but it's more expensive than the other ones. Ooh, interesting. All right, so that's a great question, Delta. It works for both. A lot of spells you can block with a shield and bounce them back. For example, Orb of Destruction. There are some massive spells that you can reflect, as well as ranged attacks. Bounce them back. I don't think any of these are that great, but it's cool to know. We could take the Amulet of Guardian Spirit, but I think that we don't need it. And none of these other items are jumping off the page at me. So I'm going to go here. We're going to first buy our gloves. And then I will go here. And we will buy our amulet. Oh, wow. That's insane, Enon. Yeah, I would love to get that. And I'm going to buy this shiny helmet, even though it's probably garbage, just to see if it's better than what we have. Right now we're wearing just a +2 helmet, which is nothing to sneeze at, but it could have some other property on it. So we're going to put on our +0 pair of gloves, and we are then going to put on our Amulet of Reflection, and we're going to drop our Amulet of Magic Regeneration, and now we have a 21 shield skill and bounce stuff back. So that is tremendous. Our evasion is 12. Okay, let's keep looking around. Oh, here they come. Now, this is where centaurs just become a joke. And even the orcs with the arbalests, they're just going to get reflected back. Oh, what's in here? That looks fun. Here we go. I'm just going to go berserk, just for old time's sake. Isn't that funny, Delta B? It's like when you know, the enemies in Final Fantasy would cast Wall on themselves, and then you would just cast Heal on them, and it would hit your whole party. And you're like, that's right, buddy. See, we just reflected that and killed him right away. Now, this is a martial artist. 2 Bob heroes. And he would be really tough. But what's in this vault? We really can't see everything. So we're not going to go in. Oh, yeah. Alright. Well, good. We finished the Orcish Mines. Always good to just get that in the back pocket. And we got some reasonable stuff. So now it's time to say... Let's go back to the main dungeon. Oops. Did I just drop that? Give me my helmet. And then I'm going to put it on. Oh, it's See Invisible. See, that's why you put stuff like that on. So great. So now we don't even need our See Invisible ring anymore. We can just wear this helmet. I do lose some armor class, but it's great to just always see invisible. Oh, Orcish Knight. Cursed -3 glaive. Oh, poor dude. Poor guy. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the main dungeon. And we're going to go down. I'm probably just going to try to clear to the depths. There is Francis. Now, Francis has a +2 flail of distortion. And that's really scary. So, what we're going to do is use Trog's Hand. and then we're going to Brothers in Arms. And we're just going to step over here and start fighting. I'm going to go Berserk as well. There we go. It's probably overkill, but Francis is dead. Boom. Do you mean Wilson, the neighbor from Home Improvement? Okay. Sonya is here with her distortion brand, but we reflected the Cure Our Dart, which is just hysterical. I'm just going to go Berserk and take her down. I could wield the short sword of distortion myself, but I've never been a fan of that unless I happen to be a Abyssal Knight. Oh, Deadpool, I got you. His name is Francis. Don't tell anyone. Boy, these are the most annoying enemies in the world. Bees. Can you imagine trying to kill a bee with a sword? You know how good you would have to be? Those were the Malays, by the way. We were talking about them as some of our least favorite enemies because of the smite. I mean, to hit a bee with a sword, there's a +4 short sword of protection, which is a kind of funny path to take, where I could be like the more tanky Berserker. Poor Nick Cage. What is it? What is it? It's bees, my man. It's so many bees. Man, Boulder Beetle almost just took me down. I was just cruising through the game, and then Boulder Beetle. Oh, look at this party. Alright. Trog grants us a weapon. Is it a good one? It's a glowing short sword, but unfortunately, yeah, Wicker Man. Oh my god, so bad. And it's +5 anti-magic short sword. We'll go back to our much better one. I guess we could use an anti-magic short sword in a certain situation against a spellcasting enemy if we really felt like we needed to. Yeah, I did hear that the original is like a cult classic. I've never actually seen it. Christopher Lee is so, or I should say was so amazing. Oh my god, Titanic Slime. Oof. We just stood there and berserked a Titanic Slime. That's where we're at, everybody. No problem. I think Christopher Lee was in something like 50+ movies, some insane number of movies in his career. Whoa, we got jellies. So many jellies. Alright, I think I'm going to turn fighting off and go back to armor. I got 97 hit points. Pretty happy with that. We're up to 14 evasion. I'm going to still train dodging a little bit more. It's quite good. I might as well take advantage of the fact that I'm a kobold and I have good dexterity. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was still working and doing all kinds of stuff, even when he got older. Boggarts. Boggart time. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and get our armor class up there so that the Boggarts can't boggart us. And we're going to fly around. Boulder Beetle. You turkey. Oh man, I'm on Dungeon 14. We finished Orcish, and I'm just flying around with this character now for a bit. Just doing some tab murdering. This is a Kobold death machine. Bam! We hit the distillery. Now this is a shop. Heal wounds, curing. Yes. Oh, and might. Let me get that might potion. Awesome. I know, we're on Dungeon 14, just rolling. Oh, here's the vaults. And, oh, what do I want to do here? I think I just go Berserk right away. I'm like not Berserk anymore. I'm slowed, and I'm still just mowing through these guys. What'd you give us? Oh my god, look at this. Trog. Trog came through. Artifact. Pitted. Quick Blade from Trog. Now we're talking. Let's see how this baby is. Let's just take a look at it, right? Yeah, I think this'll do. It's Vorpal. It has some stats that we don't need, but it's +8 Quick Blade. So, it's a question of do we want to use this, right? I don't know if it's actually better than our short sword. I guess it is better than our short sword, given the fact that if we go Berserk, we get the extra damage on every single attack. But I don't know if this is what we want or not. I'm going to have to try it and see. Its base damage is really, really low, right? But the min delay, my god, man, the min delay. Like, when we're Berserk, we are going to cut things up. So let's just see how it goes. Okay, well, we just destroyed that guy, but he's not a good sample size. Okay. It seems to be going alright. It just goes so quickly that I think that it's worth it. Now, what we can also do is... do I still have my +2 helmet? I do. So we can switch back to this helmet because we see invisible with our Quick Blade. And that boosts us back up to 26 armor class. We are now at 16 evasion. Alright, let me check my skills here. I think I'm going to turn off dodging. I think that's pretty good.